Welcome back and happy Tuesday, Jar of Pain babies. It is a pleasure to be in your headphones today. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Jar of Pain podcast titled Statistically, Probably Pig. It is so good to have you back. Today was a cozy recording session. We actually recorded on the day of today. Usually we bank things in advance, but due to technical difficulties, we lost a couple of our pre-batched episodes. So a little inside baseball from the man himself. So we got together this morning to record, and there's an energy difference. We usually record in the evenings, but today we did it during the morning on this Sunday, the Sunday that I'm speaking with you, the Sunday the Green Bay Packers are not playing football, unfortunately. But it's a great episode. This is a fun one. You know, I enjoy it. We breached relationship topics. What else? Let's see here. Well, if I skip forward, it'll stop recording, so I'm not going to do that. Anyways, you'll also notice there's a bit of a wardrobe malfunction from Matt himself here. My belly's out nearly for the whole episode. So if you're a video watcher, you will see that. But the episode's good. I'm not going to be insecure about it. It happens to the best of us, right? It is what it is. So I hope you enjoy this episode. And as a reminder, our last Jar of Pain live show, as you know it, will be coming to the Eau Claire Improv on December 7th, 2024. That's just about a month away. So we've had a lot of tickets sell already, but please pick up those tickets. You can find the link at jarofpain.com. They're $15. Basically like having 3 cups of Starbucks coffee. So, but we're going to give you, an hour and 20 minutes of entertainment on a Saturday in December. Cold time. Get inside. Come to a show. We'd love to see you there before we let you guys know what comes next. So, I think that's it for announcements. 9/11 does come up in this episode. 9/11 does come up. It's interesting. You're gonna have to listen. All right. Hey, you're safe. You're loved. You're beautiful. I will see you next week. Thanks so much. Love you. Bye.
Jar of Pain, what time is it? 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 Jar of Pain, what time is it?
Welcome back to the Jar of Pain podcast. An oddcast today for me. This is the question where this is the show where we answer life's toughest questions, from silly to serious, questions you put in the jar at jarofpain.com. My name is Matt.
My name is Ben.
And we're doing something different today. We're recording in the morning on a Sunday. And I think we're both feeling less cheery than normal.
Just
maybe low energy.
Low energy.
Yeah.
It's a low energy pod today.
Yeah, so we're going to rip some caffeine. We're going to rip some questions.
Rip some fiend.
Yeah.
And some cues. Cues and fiends.
Cues and fiends. That's not the title. No.
Cues and fiends.
But I also want to remind you guys about our show coming up on December 7th at the Eau Claire Improv, The Last Jar of Pain as you know it.
Last drop.
This is it. So if you've enjoyed the shows in the past, you're going to have to get out to this one. December 7th, 7 p.m., $15. You can find links to tickets at jarpain.com. We still have some tickets left, but a bunch have sold. So really excited about that. And Packers don't play today. I just remembered.
It's bummer.
Bummer city, that's dude. Really I really love that on Sundays. I can throw it on the game and...
But you know what that means? Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or as I like to call it, or as the internet likes to call it, and I took it from them, Rudy Tooty Cowboy Shooty.
It is Rudy Tooty Cowboy Shooty. I've been obsessed with Rocket League.
Yep.
I'll put a clip here. Because I've been ripping, and I love it. And it makes me feel so talented with little to no effort. Because a lot of that game is chance. You know, you take the risk to try and get the shot, but I wouldn't say I have a lot of skill. It just, I tend to stumble into accomplishment in that game.
Yeah, I've seen some of your clips. That is so accurate.
Yeah, but you got to have the confidence to go for the stumble too. There's something about it. To me, it's like poetry. Like, it's not skill. It's to me, it's like the reading of video games. It's very vibey. I put on classical music.
Firstly, no, you don't. We all know what music you listen to.
Don't do this to me, Ben.
And it's not classical.
It's a classic to me. I listen to this one record on repeat that I'm obsessed with by an artist called Girl Talk. And it's just like, first of all, I don't know how it's legal for him to have that out, because he takes just all the greatest songs in the world and he just puts them to hip hop beats and like early 2000s rap lyrics. And then the chorus is like the chorus, like Tom Petty or something like that. But I don't know how he gets away with it legally from a copyright standpoint.
Is it possible to steal so many things that they can't sue you because there's like, it's just too much?
I mean, I've looked into this quite a bit just in my own creative pursuits. There is such thing as the Fair Use Act, which allows you to use, if you're using the material for educational purposes, you can use it. So like, if people are doing like a movie review,
sure,
for like the Avengers Endgame, they can use clips from the movie. That's legal because it's like an educational purpose.
Huh.
Or teachers in school can play whatever they want because it's for educational purposes. But like, and there's also something about like, if you're building upon the original idea and making it different. So maybe sampling falls under that category where like you can sample things as long as you're not releasing American Girl by Tom Petty as your own and saying it's you.
Yeah.
But if you're using the chorus of it, but you're using it in a way that makes it a different thing. But dicey business, because I think any good lawyer with Tom Petty money can probably come and slice and dice that
dude
to shit.
The things you could do with Tom Petty money, you could, you're going to bury someone in the dirt.
Let's just go to a question.
Ripping a Susie Q. Let's go.
Hope my cold brew takes effect here.
Yeah, today's podcast is brought to you by caffeine.
And it's funny because it is almost 11. It's not like it's 7 in the morning. It is after 10:30 or maybe 10:30 right now.
Listen, it's the day of the Lord.
That's true. It's the day of rest.
You can maybe even hear the bells in the background.
I made chili last night. I don't know why I brought that up.
When someone dies, do you keep them in the group chat? I feel like you have a story about this.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I was talking about this with my boys. So I think one of them put this in the jar.
Okay.
Because at one point my friend said, if I die, will you keep me in the group chat? And it is and I said, that's a good jar question. You should put it in the jar, as I am known to do with my friends.
Yeah.
So it looks like they followed my directions. They went to jarofpain.com and put in the question. So now I'm forced to answer it on a public platform. I think a new group chat just exists.
Wait, like created or
there's
just a new dynamic?
You always keep the main chat.
Yeah.
You also create a new chat that doesn't make you sad every time you open it up.
Well, I mean, it's not like they're sending text or anything.
What if you get a like reaction and you're like, oh, from beyond?
That would actually be that would be probably one of the best pranks. That would be so good.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody that I've been in a group chat with pass away. I do have a story about group chats, though. This just happened yesterday.
Okay.
And we'll get to the question, because I haven't even heard your answer yet. But I found a new layer of hell yesterday in which I woke up at 9 a.m. to a group chat I did not choose to be part of.
Oh, that's offensive.
It was my oldest cousin inviting everyone to her house for Christmas. And so it was aunts and uncles. It was no one who knows how to use a group chat. It was green Android group chat, which are always a little sloppier, naturally. It was people who don't know how to use phones in a group chat with there was 20 people in there. And all morning my phone was going off and people, on iPhone you can like something and it just stays on the message. But if someone with an iPhone likes an Android message, it repeats the message in the chat. This number liked this message, and it reposts the message. It was aggressive, dude. People going someone in the chat went, I don't even know who it was because I don't have any of these numbers saved.
Yeah.
I don't talk to them ever except at Christmas or whatever. And someone was like, hey, this is from cousin. I won't say their names. This is from cousin. I don't think she has your new number. And then they went, oh, sorry, wrong chat. And then he said it again. He said, this is from your cousin. She doesn't have your new number. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. And then people kept liking the sorries. And so it was just a barrage of green, just vomit in there. It was awful. These people should not have phones.
Yeah.
Well, they should have phones, but not smart ones.
Yeah, they should have flip phones. They should have the phones they grew up with.
I've been thinking about going back to flip phone.
I have been dabbling in the idea.
I think
Simpler times.
it was a simpler time, and I think it'd be good for our mental health.
Oh, yeah.
To keep, I like social media, but keep it on the computer. If we can go back to the computer aspect of that, and then you have your phone, you can send your T9s out, you can communicate with the boys, but it would just, I don't know. There should be a version of a smart flip phone where you can still watch videos your boys send you, but it's not nearly as engaging,
Or a one-way flip phone. Or a one-way smartphone where you just get the things, but you can't send anything out.
Yeah, maybe. But I use my phone for so much editing and filming and, I'll always need a nice phone. But I'm just thinking maybe I have a personal... Remember home phones? That was crazy.
Yo.
You had to call your friend and be like, is Jordan there?
No, Jordan's grounded. You can't come to the phone right now. And then you fucking dunk on Jordan.
Yeah.
One time, my friends told me this story about how they went to get my buddy Brent to see if he could come out and play, and they snuck up to his house, and
oh boy,
they snuck up to his house, and he was in trouble, and they just heard his mom say, "Brent, get your homework done," and then they just took that line and just fucking dunked on him. Dude, for years.
I think this is a human experience that we all can relate to. It was awful when your friend would get yelled at by their parents in front of you.
Next level shame.
Oh.
Next level making fun of.
I would never make fun. I would just feel bad. And because there's a lot going on behind the scenes. You're just there for 3 hours to play Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
And then their mom rushes in and they're like da 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 da, and you're like, holy fuck, he needs to clean his room, dude. Clean your room.
One time, shout out Austin. I went to my buddy Austin's house, and it was for his birthday, and he snuck out. Him and a couple other friends snuck out to go make out with their girlfriends,
of course.
And then they
little birthday.
But then his mom caught on and realized they left the house.
Yeah.
And they lived in the middle of the fucking country. So she was really freaking out.
Yeah. Oklahoma.
And so Oklahoma. He comes back and they're waiting for him. No. They were driving around. The parents were driving around. And so they snuck back in. They thought they made it. And we're like, actually, no. Your parents are out looking for you. They're going to be back. And Austin's just Austin had a stepdad named Keith. And he goes, dude, I swear to God, if Keith says one word to me, I'm going to tell him to jam it up his ass. And his mom just comes home with his stepdad, and his mom is just reaming Austin, just like yelling at him. And then Keith goes, "She's right." And then Austin just goes, "Jam it up your ass, Keith." It was the funniest thing ever, dude. Keith said nothing. He was just agreeing with the mom, and then he just fucking like, "Jam it up your ass, Keith."
Step parents has got to be a weird dynamic, because you're like, this guy's here to bone my mom.
Yeah.
That's got to be, and I know you have experience with that. Maybe you were a little older by the time that started happening, but like as a 12-year-old, that would be fucking weird to me.
Yeah.
That's an awkward dynamic. And like the stepdad has to, in some ways, I feel like stepdad has to realize it's weird. It's like, yeah, I'm here to bone your mom. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm going to turn her into an absolute slut tonight. You have no idea the version of your mom that I know. And she's crazy in bed.
She's buck wild. You know Buck Jerry?
Yeah.
It's about your mom.
So respect. Listen, I know you're able to talk back to me a little bit because I know that that's a little weird. I just want to let you know.
I want you to know that you can talk back to me, but I take all that frustration out when
I pound your mom.
Railing your mom.
Oh, God. So back to the question about group chats. I think the group chat will always stay intact, but I think a new chat will pop up.
I don't think you should make a new chat. I think you should keep that chat. See that name and
But for years,
what I would do, I would just fucking, hey, you remember how fucking Eric died? What a dumb bitch. And then I would just start a roast chat in the group chat.
Yeah.
In memoriam.
Yeah.
To said dead friend.
See, it depends on how long after. I think I would make a joke.
It would, no. Don't do it right away. Give it time. Comedy's about timing. You got to time that.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, remember when fucking, what's his face?
Although it would be funny to be at the funeral and text the group chat and all the boys at the funeral, you go, Eric would have hated this. He hates deviled eggs. Why are they on the menu? Yeah. So maybe, I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
Keep them in the chat. That's what I say.
You know what? I've been switched. Keep them in the chat.
How do I explain the importance of 9/11 to Zoomers while also laughing at the memes?
Now, what's a Zoomer? That's younger than us.
That's a Gen Z.
Gen Z. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, it was a really, what I would do is I would explain the chaos of the day. You don't want to lie to them.
Right.
And some of those memes are funny. I'm sorry, but they're funny. I enjoy humor about things that shouldn't be said. It's one of my favorite things.
That is the beauty of dark humor. Yeah.
My brain usually goes for like, what's the thing that should not be said right now, or wouldn't be said by anybody else but me. That's kind of the root of my comedic genius. What a weird, that was a little goblin now.
That was a weird
little Rumpelstiltsky. Because the day was scary. I will add a detail. I came into my 3rd hour class in 5th grade, Mr. Schilling, and he told us what was happening with his fly down, which is an interesting detail. The whole world changed, and I could see his boxers. That's funny. It's a little funny to think about.
You were a centimeter of fabric away from seeing cock and balls.
On arguably such a catalyst day for, like, after 9/11, that's it. Things have been weird since then.
Yeah.
That's the America we grew up in.
This is true.
And it went straight into patriotism.
Thanks, Osama.
Yeah. That was good. Remember, people have flags on their cars.
Freedom fries.
Oh, yeah. And I've told you about the 9/11 Remembrance all-you-can-eat seafood buffet.
Please tell again.
Okay, this happened a couple years ago at a restaurant in Virginia, and they had a all-you-could-eat 9/11 Remembrance seafood buffet with such items such as like the Remember Me Teeny. Like, they themed all the menu items off of 9/11. I'm going to put an image here.
Oh, that's funny.
It was
Remember me, teenies.
there was a baked clam dish that was called like first responder clams. I wish I could remember them in detail.
EM teenies.
That's not bad. But within 30 minutes of having their post up on Facebook, they then posted an apology post that was like, I apologize for the 9/11 remembrance all you could eat seafood buffet, which is like the funniest sentence of all time. And then immediately after that post, there was a redesigned graphic, and it was like football Sunday all you could eat seafood buffet.
No, they should have doubled down and been like, come between happy hour and get the second teeny. They hit a second teeny.
Oh boy.
Title.
And they that's not a bad title. The restaurant is still in operation. I looked it up on Yelp. I got really into this at work for like 45 minutes one day when my coworker showed it to me. And but they are under new management. But mostly positive reviews. And I'm thinking I'd like to go there sometime. Just ask them about it. How long you been working here?
See if they have any menus made, like they maybe didn't throw out.
Oh, if I could get one of those.
There is, you can buy a Hooters 9/11 memorial thing.
Hooters had a 9/11 memorial.
They had like a little like in memory of, and it was like, it's like Hooters and then the fucking tower.
Oh,
and it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
It was a different time.
It was
there was no rules,
dude. In the moment, we were like, "That's good.
That's good."
Hooters
good
should
for
be
you. Hooters should be doing this.
Towers and tits title.
No, I can't put tits in the title.
You put little asterisks. Little asterisk tits.
The You been to a Hooters?
I have. It's okay.
Yeah, I was in St. Louis once, and we're like, let's go to Hooters. I was with a group of friends. It was a day off of tour, and then me and my bandmate were like, Hooters is dumb. I don't want to go to Hooters. But our friends who were girls were like, it's really the only like sit down place where we're at in town here.
Interesting.
Like we were just like downtown. It's like it's the only place that's like not super expensive and not like a McDonald's. So like that's the option. And we're like, ugh, we go in there and I'm just like, this is demeaning. This is exploitation. This is objectification of women. After a couple blue moons, though, you start getting Hooters. You're like, wait, this place kind of rips. And the food ain't bad either. The concept of Hooters is food. But with tits.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It's a strip club, but like soft core.
Yeah.
You know, it's like over the pants stuff.
Yeah.
Where you're like, this is not bad.
I've been to a tilted kilt too. Have you ever been to a tilted kilt?
What is a tilted kilt?
It's like a Hooters
with men?
No. It's like women in short skirts.
Oh. See, that should be the Hooters for men, but it's like men with huge dicks
popping out the bottom
in short skirts.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Huh.
And then put them side by side. Put them like in like, you know, when they do the like a BP gas station Subway, fucking have it be tilted skirt to kilts and then Hooters in the same building.
Oh, interesting. A combination.
Because two things. One, equality. Two, there's going to be so much fucking going on.
Yeah.
If one side is like, hey, we're going to get the girls with the biggest yitties. And then on the other side, we're going to get the guys with the biggest dongs.
There's going to be a lot of cross-pollination.
It's going to be like Disneyland break rooms. Okay.
That's a theory.
No. There's fucking. I've heard it.
Yeah. I saw Prince Charming smoking a cigarette backstage Disney once. So they are people.
Yeah. They
are real people with real feelings. You don't
think the fucking Snow White's getting plowed by.
That's an interesting thing. Yeah.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So the way to teach 9/11 to Gen Z is I think you just talk about your personal experience with it and how crazy the day was, and just leave out that the memes are now funny. In fact, those kids probably have already seen the memes, so you don't like have to talk about
the
it.
kids grew up on the memes. They're never gonna know. It's like we don't know how important fucking, I don't know, Princess Diana's death was. You know?
Different. I think, well, I don't know. I think 9/11 is more like a Pearl Harbor situation because in America we feel so safe.
Yeah.
So like when someone
attacks us.
when someone attacks us, we're like, oh shit, the world is crazy.
You know what? Osama, we're gonna leave you in the group chat, but we need someone to take over from your spot, and we need you to terrorize Gen Z. We need to put a little fear into their hearts because they're too soft and protected.
Well,
no.
Okay,
I'm doubling down on this. Terrorism, 2024.
Okay. I have no comment as the future president of this country about how that would be a bad thing. Next. Get it out.
Question?
Whatever you're going to say it.
I lost it.
Good. I iced the kicker. That's what I was doing.
What is the most intelligent thing you would eat? I'll tell you the most intelligent thing.
Yeah. Come on. You're on an island and your buddy's like, keep me in the group chat, but you can eat me if you need to survive. You wouldn't do that? I'm not talking like going out for a Sunday seafood special where Michael Phelps is on the menu.
Only if I could eat you in memorial of 9/11.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I bet we taste bad though.
I've heard things. I've heard we're gamey.
Well, yeah. We're not built to eat. The animals we eat are raised to eat.
Firstly,
we are built to eat.
We're made with meat. We're built to eat.
Yeah, that is weird.
Eaten.
I think this person is looking for like a
like an octopus or something.
Yeah, like what's
But here's the thing. If there was ever a creature that I fear taking over the planet,
it would be octopi.
It would be an octopi.
Yeah.
So I don't eat octopus. I think I maybe had the smallest little like Squidward teeth pulling a little chunk of the Krabby Patty of calamari. But I was like, I can't. I respect these creatures too much.
And Ben, I have to tell you, a majority of the calamari you find in a restaurant,
yeah,
like if you're going to Perkins and getting the captain's catch, which is something I used to do, which is just a plate of fried ocean things.
Perkins has seafood?
Yeah, called the captain's catch. It's dope. Those are not real calamari. Those are pig intestines sliced to look like squid. So I just want you to know that. You probably didn't even eat calamari because I don't know where you were, but I got a feeling it wasn't fancy. But I think you're free to eat the calamari anywhere around here because I...
That's fair. That's a good
It's
point.
just pig.
I mean, it's probably pig.
Yeah.
Statistically, probably pig.
Now,
title.
Pig. Statistically, probably pig is a great title. And let me tell you, pigs are delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Hyper intelligent as well.
They're not going to take over the planet.
Well, anatomically, they're actually very similar to humans. Did you know that?
I did know that.
So maybe humans taste like pig.
That's a dangerous thing because I will cut a bitch if they taste like pork loin.
I love me a slow roasted Boston butt. Well, pork shoulder, bone in.
I'm not going to lie. I was never a big fan of like pork chops.
Oh, I love them.
But my girlfriend's dad, I think I told him that. I was like, I'm not a big fan of pork. And he has been cooking pork with a vengeance. And I want nothing but pork and burgers until I die.
Let me tell you, pork chops, very, very common. This is a very common family meal. Pork loin's pretty cheap. I get it all the time from Aldi. You just get a big one and then you chop it up into little medallions and then you can have pork anytime.
Also, I like how we call them medallions. That's just a little cute.
Yeah, it is
name.
cute.
Yeah.
And growing up, we had this once a week, easy. Pork loin, baked potato, and some type of frozen vegetable that my mom microwaved right before dinner. So whether it be like steamed broccoli or steamed peas, That was an insanely common meal. And it's honestly like a comfort meal for me.
Mhm.
I make it probably once a week too, just because of it's easy, it's quick, it's delicious, and it just reminds me of being a kid.
Yeah.
The only thing I take out of that is I don't have to drink a glass of milk because I was forced to drink milk as a child.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that
I hate milk.
was a torture.
I hate milk. But it's like strong bones, you know?
We're in Wisconsin.
I know. I know that that's a rare opinion.
You can't say no. It's not opinion. It's blasphemy. We've killed people for less.
Yeah, I know. We live in the dairy state. I didn't like cheese forever too until I became an adult. Then I really started liking cheese.
Yeah, if you're out of state, just a fun fact, in Wisconsin we have a saying which is cheese is the duct tape of food. Any meal can be fixed by it. And if it's, you know, if you're adding cheese and you feel like it hasn't done anything yet, you haven't added enough cheese. So,
Yeah. And I will say that when I say I didn't like cheese, it was cold cheese, like sliced cold cheese.
I think people who eat sliced cheese are insane.
You don't enjoy it.
Oh, no, that's wild.
There's a whole world of culinary pleasure you're missing out on not eating
Like cheese,
cold cheese.
curds, maybe,
Mm.
but like just like a slice of cheese. What the fuck? No.
Yeah, I buy cheese. I buy a brick of cheese. I'll slice it as a little snack.
Okay, take it back. Sliced cheese on its own. No, thank you. But like, yeah, like a slice of cheese on a cracker. Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't do the cracker.
Okay, again, then we're back to square one. You're insane.
Yeah, I am. I think it's better than you think, though. So, the most intelligent thing you would eat is,
Pig. Little piggy.
and I would eat a human if I had to. Next.
I take it back. Whale.
You would eat a whale?
This one's directed towards you. Why is Matt so much worse than his brother at video games?
Well, I wonder who asked that one. Probably my brother. And I will say I am not worse than him. He may have a higher skill level at executing on the plays he likes to make.
The secret place?
The secret plays. But I believe strategically and game sense, I fully trump him.
You know what? You know what I would say? I would say
You've played with my brother.
I have.
He gets a lot of points, but he's a ball hog.
You guys should 1v1.
And we have, and he kills me every time.
Hold on. 1v1. But leading up to the date that you 1v1, I'll train you.
He's just he just gets there. He gets to things a little quicker than me. But as far as game sense goes and knowing what's going on in the game, I am way more strategic and better suited for that role.
That's what I'm saying.
If we're playing a battle royale, I'm the guy who's like, you go here, you go here. Like, okay, flank on the right side after we shoot them on the left. Like that's where I excel.
So what you're telling me is that you're a freaking general
I'm a general.
and he's a captain.
Yeah.
He's a captain.
He gets in there. He gets into the nitty gritty more than I do.
You're the brains. He's the brawn.
Yes. Yes.
So really, what he should
we're
be
differently
asking,
we're differently skilled.
what he should be asking is, why are the Hasenmueller brothers so much better at video games than everyone, instead of being so divisive and freaking, quite frankly, rude?
Last question.
We got to manifest.
I know. I'm telling you, this needs to be the last question. We're already late.
Wait, hold on. Let me get like a little drum circle going.
In jar, we trust. In jar, we trust. Please, Mr. Tasty, give us a good one. Please, Mr. Tasty, give a good one. Please, Mr. Tasty, give a good one. In jar, we trust.
Final
This
question.
one came from a live show. Our next live show is December 7th. December 7th at Oak Lair Improv.
Get your tickets now. jarpain.com. What is the most important trait in a partner? Hold on.
This is a hard question
Okay.
because I don't think I've ever felt what I think is the most important trait.
Okay.
Now, and you've been in a very long-term relationship, so you
Yes.
can speak to this with a little more accuracy than me. Mine is
Yes.
just a theory.
Right.
and what I haven't had and have wanted.
Well, you tell me what you think is, and then I'll tell you.
Well, let me tell you, I really think this depends on the person, because a good couple will complement each other's flaws well, so
Right.
you can crush the world together. But for me, I want to feel safe in a relationship. Like, I want to feel like comfortable and safe to be like completely myself. That's all I want. And it takes time to get there. But sometimes you think you have it, and then there's been a resentment slowly burning in the other person for a long time. And then one day you do a little thing that you just think is a little thing, and it pops the levee open. Woof.
Whoop.
Not good. So that's mine. And I understand that this is a general question, but I don't think it can be answered generally. Maybe you have something I don't have. Maybe you have better advice on this.
Tits.
Jonathan, what time is it? Jonathan, what time is it?